It's been a great couple of days.
And this is how not to ride a bike in action. It's footage from the North Wales police helicopter.
The pure manner of dreadful driving, dangerous driving of these motorcyclists, it certainly drew our attention. And we got ourselves into a position where we could actually video these two motorcyclists going horrific overtakes on vehicles, coaches, etc., on the hard shoulder of the A55 as well. And of all the years I've been policing, it's the worst kind of motorcycle driving I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
The bikers are Ross Hallam and Leroy Ozowiki from Stoke-on-Trent.
You're coming up behind them and they're just sitting in the outside lane or something. It's so tempting to go either between them or round them. And they're there doing the 50-mile-an-hour mobile roadblock, I call it. You just go past them, you don't even notice.
You wouldn't do it if it was dangerous, you wouldn't put yourself at risk. You're only doing it to get by, to get past.
Where had you been?
Went to Llandudno. Llandudno, as they pronounce it down there, which is, it's fair enough, it's their place. We were just riding back up the A55. The traffic was moving slower than the speed limit, and we just proceeded to make our way around the vehicles.
We videoed this all the way through from Colwyn Bay down to the outskirts of Bodelwyddan itself. They then pulled into one of the service stations there, and we had ample opportunity then to land, of which I then got out and of the car park nearby and went to deal with them, to their surprise.
It was a shock, but we took a punishment quite well, I think.
It came to a point then when I asked for their details, and they actually said, it's probably a form like this that you want to fill in, is it? And they produced to me a form that they'd earlier been stopped with by another officer earlier on that day. And I just was a bit aghast myself when I turned to them and said, well, you're supposed to learn from this, having been stopped once, but clearly you haven't.
No, we stopped 3 hours before.
Why?
Excessively speeding, I think they put it down to.
Yeah. And you doing a wheelie in front of the cop car didn't help.
Yeah, I suppose.
But do you think what you did that day was bad riding?
I don't think we put ourselves or anyone else at risk that day.
But overtaking on the hard shoulder?
It's a piece of road, isn't it? If there's a gap, you go for a gap. If you're walking...
So you seriously do not think that is a bad piece of riding?
It's illegal.
There's
I don't think it's bad.
I don't think there's any law that actually states that you can't undertake on the hard shoulder, because what they do actually say is you can use it. You can use it in an emergency, or you can use it...
Was it an emergency?
I had to get past.
There's another law that...
You see, you're lying that people will be horrified to hear that, you pulled a wheelie in front of a police car earlier on in the morning.
It was a controlled wheelie.
You then get pulled over by the police helicopter, and then after that, you were also stopped speeding a couple of days after that as well.
Which you didn't know about until we told you. Yes. First thing is, when I pulled the wheelie, I didn't fall off in front of the police car, which means that I might have some sort of ability when I did it. Second protocol is when we got pulled up by the helicopter, we didn't just ride off like idiots or criminals, which means that we are law-abiding citizens, and we did realise that we did wrong, and we were actually, there to take a punishment.
You've got a respect for the law at the end of the day.
Ross, the biker in front, was banned from driving for 12 months. Leroy for 15. Both were tagged. Before they get back on the road next year, they'll have to take an extended